You ever wondered how you can start to use these lunar cycles to your benefit throughout the month? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to show you how. And stick around to the end because I have a guide just for you to harness every phase of this lunar cycle as you move throughout the month to the best of your ability so you can ebb and flow, learn when to hold them and when to let go. It is a beautiful process and there's ways to do it. For those who are new, my name is Marilyn Gomez. I am the Astrology Finance Coach. I teach online entrepreneurs how to align smart money management, their lives and careers with their astrology blueprint. Plus, all of the online tech tools that they need to learn to grow and scale their business. So there are 8 lunar phases. The moon changes signs every 2.5 days. It is the fastest moving celestial body. So every 28.5 days, we complete the lunar cycle. So from new moon to full moon, there are 8 little mini phases in between there that you can start to utilize to know what this week is asking of you. And you can look up in the sky and you'll know exactly where we are at any given time. Plus, there's tons of apps. Even on your Google Calendar, you can add in moon cycles. So everybody's flowing with the moon. It's time you do too. Let's go. Okay, so from the new moon, this is the time where you begin to have that new vision. You're ready to plant new seeds, set something new in motion, or you are really formulating that jump off point for your next latest and greatest. During the waxing phase from the new moon, this is when it's growing in light. That's the waxing moon, okay? So when we have the next phase of the moon comes the crescent moon as we begin to grow in light. This is also known as the waxing crescent. At this point, when we're just starting to show light, this is actually when you start to communicate those new intentions. You can even start to write about them, journal them, up until this point where we were still in the dark moon phase. You're just thinking of it. You're allowing yourself to reflect and you're formulating some ideas, you're getting it going. But at the waxing crescent is when we begin to take action. Then comes the first quarter moon, also known as the waxing quarter, okay? This is when we're taking action. We are really taking action now, where we thought about it at the new moon. We started talking about it at the waxing crescent, and now we are taking action at the waxing first quarter. Then comes the Gibbous moon, which is also known as the waxing gibbous. This is where we gather information. We analyze what has worked during this first part of the lunar phase because we're about to approach that full moon. So our awareness is growing. We now see which part of our plan is working and what parts are not working. And this is where we can make those adjustments. Now comes the full moon. At the full moon, this is a time of heightened emotion, very much heightened emotion. And it's not like this for all. It could just be heightened awareness, maybe even pride, joy, gratitude, emotion all the way around. It doesn't necessarily need to be negative emotion, although it can be. It can be shining that great big lunar light on opportunities that were missed, on chances that were not taken, on areas you're ready to move into next. It brings all of this awareness. This can also be the point where you're ready to harvest something. You could be harvesting with the full moon. You can look back and see that the seeds that you had planted are starting to really grow. Okay, and the next part is our disseminating moon. This is also known as the waning gibbous. So from the full moon to the new moon, we are now waning. The moon is losing light. We are decreasing in light. At the waning gibbous is where you're gaining clarity. You know which parts of your process have worked, and you're probably even sharing what you've learned throughout this time. The third quarter moon, also known as the waning gibbous, this is where we begin to close the cycle. As we are almost back to that dark of the moon, the new moon again, you're going to do your follow-ups, any check-ins to wrap up your cycle, anything that you need to release or let go of or wrap up and finalize. Okay, so finally, we're down to the balsamic moon. This is also the waning crescent, right before that moon goes completely dark once again. This is the finale where you finally let go. Let go of what didn't work. Allow yourself this rest and recoup and regeneration before we begin again. In conclusion, the waxing period is best for initiations, to start, to grow, to create something brand new, or it starts to bring new things into your life. This is when creativity is high, fertility is high, and just the energy of newness is fresh and vibing. Waning moon is best for completions. It's best for harvest, for the release, the let go. As we close down the cycle, we take time for rest, recharge, and renewal. I hope this has helped you guys this week. I had many questions about this since I dropped a little TikTok last week, so I'm excited to share this with you guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you next week.